But early on, I think we need to start faster. Obviously, we have 2 chances on turnovers and we come away with 0 points. That's disappointing. But we did some good things, but we didn't do enough to finish. We didn't play well in the fourth quarter.
The loss of Devontae Freeman, what did that mean to the offense?
It's always tough whenever you lose anyone in those situations. But Devontae's been such a big part of what we've done this year. It's difficult to replace all that he does. But I thought our running backs came in and did a nice job. Tevin and Terry Ward came in and filled in, and when their numbers were called, made some plays.
Matt, did you guys see something from Jackson throughout the week that you thought maybe he might be capable of something like that? Because Roddy was talking about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously a really good player, and stout against the run, but does a great job kind of getting back into pass coverage and made a really good play there. But again, it's a play that I can't make, and I've got to get it to a different spot.
You talked coming into this game how accuracy was going to be your big focus for this second half or the stretch run of the season. How much more frustrating does it make that when you kind of have that kind of hiccup?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things. To me, that's not an accuracy issue on that play particularly. It's just a decision-making issue. Mm-hmm. You can't go to that spot. I thought for the most part we made some good plays in the passing game. I thought we were aggressive throughout most of the game, but didn't make enough plays down the stretch to get it done.
Billy said that when you guys were at 14, the guys were confident, but maybe just content in the league. They didn't see that killer instinct about putting the foot on the gas and slamming these guys down. Did you sense that a little bit? Maybe about finishing and.
I think anytime you always have to keep your foot on the accelerator. Anytime that you have an opportunity to go out there and score more points, you have to do it. And across the board, I mean, we just didn't do that as the game progressed today. And so I think that's an area we need to get better. When we have a lead and we have an opportunity to close out a game, we've got to make plays that are going to get that job done.
You had 47 seconds left in the game to field goal. More than once. Mm-hmm. Why did this one never get going?
I think when you have those kind of drives, you need to get a drive start. We have to make a play early, whether it be first or second down, and get that, get the momentum, get the ball moving. And we just weren't able to do that today. Certainly, when we watch the film, we'll try and figure out why that was, but we just couldn't get it moving.
It seems like also that there was a time where you may, when you watched the film, you may think I should have down the ball there as opposed to letting it pick off 6 or 7 seconds.
Right. In that situation, whether you clock or you try and be aggressive and get some more yards in that, I mean, that's something we always review. I think anytime you have a 2-minute scenario or an end-of-game scenario where, you have clock management, things that go on, we always, review and try and be better than we were before. And, we'll see, but we just didn't make enough plays.
Matt, how defense was a sense of urgency with a limited number of games left and everything?
Well, I think there's been great sense of urgency all year. What it comes down to is our execution and playing well in certain situations. But I think our energy, our effort, our practices, the way that we prepare has been exactly what we need. We just need to play better when we have opportunities to.
Matt, the defense gave you guys some extra possessions, including some short fields, weren't able to capitalize on any points. How frustrating is that for you guys?
Yeah, that's key. Obviously when our defense creates 3 turnovers and we come up with 0 points off of those turnovers, we're not doing our job. And I thought our defense did a nice job of giving us some short field opportunities. And in those situations, you have to come away with points, and we didn't do that today.
Mel, any concern? I mean, this thing has snowballed a little bit, obviously, over the last month, losing now 4 or 5. I mean, what's sort of the state of the mind of the team, and is there any concern, trying to kind of get back to that winning, not to let this really fall apart here at the end of the season?
Yeah, I think anytime you don't get the job done, you have to evaluate what we need to do better. And from a player's perspective, I think it comes down to making the plays when we have the chance. But I think we've got a confident group in our locker room and guys that believe that we're going to be successful. And, we haven't been there the last 3 or 4 weeks, but it's a long haul. And one thing that I've learned in my career is that, you have to be steady throughout the 16-game regular season because there's a lot of ups, there's a lot of downs. And if you get caught kind of on either end, it takes away from how you prepare, what you need to do in order to get yourself ready to play. And that'll be my message, when I talk with guys, and that's, what I believe in. And so, I think we need to stay even-keeled, continue to prepare as best we can, and hopefully play better next week.
Roddy said in situations like this, he just leaves you alone. He doesn't, when he knows you're frustrated with a play you made or anything like that. Do you prefer that, or would you like to, hey, let's discuss this,
Yeah, Rod's been around me for a long time. And, obviously when you don't make enough plays to win, I think everybody's frustrated and disappointed. But part of being a professional and part of being, a winning team is being able to move on from disappointment and success. And I really believe in trying to keep that even keel throughout the year. Stay, single-minded in my approach in terms of getting ready to play, and I feel like that's the best process moving forward.
Matt, you mentioned even keel a couple of times this there, not here publicly, maybe not even there right now. But are there going to be moments that we won't see that don't look like even keel moments, that maybe the word is anger, not frustrated, disappointed?
Yeah, I mean that's what happens when you're not winning. It's you do have those moments whether you're watching film by yourself or you're going through it. We all think we can make these plays all the time. That's kind of the competitor's mindset. And when you don't, you get frustrated, and and you get pissed, and that's part of the deal. But you've got to be able to move past that. I think that's natural in sports, and I think that we'll have those moments. We'll watch the film tomorrow. We'll learn from it, and I'm sure there'll be some moments where everybody's pissed off. But you move forward, and you try and learn from them and be better the next time that we have those opportunities come up.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.